Hi, I'm Magic Cyborg and I'm a nerd who makes stuff, and welcome back to Sculpt and Chat! I wanted to start this one off by saying thank you guys for watching, commenting, and liking the previous video. Seems like there's a little bit of interest in this series, and that makes me really happy. I really appreciate you guys a lot. So today, we are making Poipole from Pokemon. This was a suggestion from RealFakeShep919. Congratulations on being the first person to suggest a sculpture for this series, ever. So in honor of that, your sculpture goes first. If you want to see your character suggestion in a future episode, feel free to comment below. I'll elaborate more on which character gets picked in the next video, so stay tuned for that. While we're on the topic of these characters, I want to talk about what program I'm using to make these sculptures. So what is the name of this mysterious software, you ask? Well, the answer is in the watermark hand corner of the screen. Yeah, it's called Medium. It's not really much of a mystery, is it? But really though, I love this program. It's a lot of fun to use, lots of handy tools at your disposal, and it has pretty good sound design, funnily enough. The sound effects make you feel like you're working with clay, which is pretty neat, I gotta say. I think the last art program I had used that had sound design at all was frickin' KidPix. Another thing about this program that I really like is that it's extremely approachable. I had a couple of friends try this program out and they all picked up on it really quickly. Now that's the power of good design right there. The only downside I can think of is that you do need a pretty powerful computer to run it. Not just because it's a VR program, but also because you'll want to increase the resolution of your models often, which goes without saying, but that can take up quite a bit of computing power. But then again, most flat screen programs like ZBrush suffer the same limitations, so I wouldn't hold it too much against them. Overall, I would happily recommend this program. That is, if you can get it. This is where we're getting to the harsh truth of the video. It's not an easy program to get. It's exclusive on the Oculus Rift or the Rift S, and I got it on the Rift S, which you can't buy anymore. Lovely. But what about the more recent Quest 2 or the Quest 3? Well, unfortunately, it's not available on the Quest store, which makes sense, the Quest 2 and 3 are standalone headsets, meaning you don't have to have a PC to use them, but trust me, you're gonna want a PC in order to run Medium, that is a fact. Do not worry though, because there is in fact a way to access Medium on a Quest 2 or a Quest 3. So there's this link cable where you can plug it into your computer, which will essentially turn your Quest 2/3 into a PC VR headset. And from there, you can download Medium from the Meta desktop store page thingy. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to do this, I have linked a step-by-step tutorial in the description that explains everything. Now this is sounding pretty good, but there's one other thing I need to tell you. God, I feel like such a Debbie Downer in this video, but I do feel kind of obligated to bring this up. So upon the release of this program, it was called Oculus Medium. It was sort of published by Oculus themselves, essentially, which, as I'm sure a lot of you know now, Oculus is now called Meta. And because of this, Medium is, as far as I can tell, exclusive to only Oculus/Meta headsets. So if you have a Valve Index or an HTC headset, then you're unable to access this program. But I'm not done with the bad news just yet. You see, while Oculus was acquired by Facebook and then turned it all into Meta, Medium wasn't acquired by Meta. No, no, no. Rather, it was acquired by Adobe. Yup, that's right. Adobe has bought the program. And to this day, I still have no idea why. They did nothing with it. You can't access it on Creative Cloud, and they're not charging for it either. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to mention earlier. This program is free, and it's still free to this day. Just another reason why I love it. Now, even though it seemingly contributes nothing to Adobe's products, I can empathize with not wanting to download an Adobe product of any kind, given the, shall we say, current circumstances. But it's not all doom and gloom. I do have some good news. If you aren't willing to download an Adobe product or you don't have an Oculus/Meta headset, I'm happy to say that there are alternatives, such as Codon and ShapeLab, both of which are available on Steam, so as long as you have Steam VR set up, you're good to go. Also, both of these programs have desktop support, meaning you can use these programs without a VR headset as if you were working in a flat screen program like ZBrush, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. But if you're not so much into sculpting and just want to make art in VR, then there are plenty of programs that allow you to make art with 3D paint strokes, such as Tilt Brush and Gravity Sketch, both of which are available on the Quest 2/3. Now, if you're wondering what exactly is the difference between sculpting and this sort of 3D painting, in my eyes, 3D painting is a sort of fun 3D art medium, whereas sculpting has some more professional use cases. If you wanted to, you can import your sculpt into a program like Blender, and from there you can retopologize, rig, and animate your sculpture. Kinda see that I prefer one over the other, can't you? Now, I've never tried animating a sculpture before, but the fact you can do that at all is pretty cool. Anyway, I think I went over everything I wanted to talk about. We went over a lot in this video, haven't we? But I'm very happy that you stuck with me here. Like I said before, feel free to comment what character you want me to make next, or what you want me to talk about in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.